to my, out east peeps, all the way from Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, come all the way back. Now we're going to episode, I think it's episode 5, you know what I mean, of the Tuff Stories. You know what I mean? I got so much stories to speak on, so, all the madness and all the things that we've been hella through. Why? Because that's what it is to make great things happen. You got to go through it. You know what I mean? And all the bum-ass artists that left, that we had to get rid of, they're like tumors. They try to join so they can get fame, and then when they realize it takes some work, then they ran off tucking their tail, That's just so it is. But I'm a man where I like that. It shows their real color, limited. That's what it is. They're still in that fucking 50s, 60s color, you know what I mean? But that's life itself, you know what I'm saying? Like the album says, that's life itself. But now let's get back to it, because that's what we do, The last where I left off was we're basically doing the road trip, and we're talking about I was talking about how the journey, the drive that we're making was so incredible, because again, when we're doing the tour, I had no fucking clue what we were doing, how we were gonna do it, how we're gonna properly organize it and all that. But I had the feeling, I don't know if you all ever had a feeling within you that, it's like it must be done. So anyway, on the beautiful journey now through Medicine Hat, we stopped there, and this is one reason Letters on Paper album is doing well. We stopped there and we sold mad CDs, did some freestyle, met some fantastic folks. Shout out to Medicine Hat, down that way, Lethbridge also. And people enjoyed it. There's a couple guys that I still talk to from Lethbridge, and they're inspired to do music from us. I remember this one young homie, and he was he must have been about 13, 14. And I tell you, man, he's years later, he moved to Edmonton, and he was working at West End, and it's crazy because he hit me up, and he's like, yeah, I'm in the big city now, came up here to do this music thing, and I was super proud. But between all that, the driving, the sleeping in the SUV, I'm telling you, we're piss hot in that, cause it's a great time, but never drive the highway when you're fixing it. It's a two-way highway, and these mother effers were fixing these highways, so we were stop, and we're cooking at the same time. So fast forward, I'm in Ontario and I'm cruising and thinking in my head, I'm yeah, Northern Ontario, we're gonna go through Thunder Bay and we're gonna get to Toronto mad quick. Well, that drive spoke for itself, because a day and a half later, that's when I got to Toronto. I was going so fast that my vehicle was shaking, and the cops pull us over, you know how much you're going over? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, you're going 70 over. Imagine that, 70 over. He's like, I should just cut up your license right now. But he didn't. You want to know why? I was just determined to get where I was going, man. So we all went there, got there, did everything, linked up with my cousins. You know what I mean? Shout out to my cousins out east. I love you all, miss you all, gotta see you all soon. And my other peeps out there that hold it down for us. Nothing but blessings. But we did our thing and came back. And while we're coming back, and this is some real ass shit. So we're driving back, ran out of gas, and now I'm turning in to basically go get gas. A friggin' SUV, a RV I should say, cut me off. So now, crashed a 8 friggin' seat SUV right into a ditch. Ride it off. And now we're in northern Ontario back. We had to hop out of that, catch the bus. So now you have us on the bus making our way back. To the bus from there, got to Winnipeg, kicked it back for a bit. Thinking everything was peachy. We were on time because we had to get back to like EA, for a birthday party. Man, got on the bus. We're heading back to we're heading to Calgary. The bus break down. This shit break down in the middle of friggin' Saskatchewan. So now we're stuck in the middle of the street. Like hot as fuck. It's like one of them hell cooking days. So we're there. People are there walking back and forth waiting on the next bus. So 2 hours later, the next bus showed up. Got us to Lethbridge. Now we're there chilling. All that, the bus break down again. A next bus broke down. Like this time, like between Calgary and Lethbridge. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So we had to wait for the next bus again. So we went from that to Calgary, and then we hopped that bus. And that's where the idea for the outbreak, came, full moon. The outbreak, because the outbreak was basically, we were discussing, just on the bus, what we want to do for the next album, such and such. But the outbreak was one of the first compilation album out here in Alberta. Real compilation. I'm talking about hip hop, at its finest. Tap House present the outbreak. Look that up. It's online. You can also buy it within the store still. It was a classic because they had a lot of young emerging MCs coming out, right? So the idea came up for it, and at that point we started we stopped in Calgary, so we ended up buying some 40s. So we ended up back in the Greyhound, sipping on 40s, trying to come up with ideas. We're at this. Because now, don't got a vehicle, that shit's gone, long time, it's crashed, right? So I'm scratching my fucking head holy fuck, this is madness. I'm like, what a trip, making it back to Alberta. And so the great idea is, once the first, I started collecting music from different local acts all around, because originally we were going to do that as just strictly Tuff House joint. But then I was like, no, you know what? Let's expand it to all the peoples. So different brand, different folks from all over came into the picture. You had some young cats from Drayton Valley. They were doing their thing. They just loved the music and they wanted on it. So if you look at the cover, you see these little young white kids just smiling because they're just super happy to be a part of something. And again, this was a laying down of the now industry format, right? Because that was just a part of getting these things in order, and we got that. We shot it in the park in Duggan. Shout out to my peoples in Duggan. Shout out to my neighborhood. I love you all. 52 housing projects. We love that. So. It was a beautiful shot, in the middle of the night. My man P, J Pizzle, Mr. Brownskin did a shot. Big shout out to P, out in my MTL, Montreal, holding it down, doing it big for his peoples. So we basically got that in, and then start taking it from there, man. I printed up about 1,200 copies, and those babies were selling. And the thing is it's about investing. I've always been the man to invest in my people, but I've also been the man to see if my people are willing to invest back in me, or what if they're just about themselves, and that's the difference, between winners and losers, sir. So at the end of the day, again, shout out to Denver because we won. But yeah, it was a great time, man. There's so much more stories I gotta tell. We gonna get into the sales, the radio, and all the madness. Let me put it this way. I've met some crazy artists from Canada. Chaos. When I met Chaos, it was in Calgary at the radio station. We're young, and I went to Chaos and I said, you be the talented brother that you is. Because Chaos, I remember him from the 90s when I was a youngster. And like, so we're talking with them, and I'm like, how do you think the state of hip hop is right now? Like, and Chaos told me something that blew my fucking mind. Wait until next time you watch it, like, I'll tell you the rest. Peace. I ain't dabbing. Cam's at home fucking icing. I'm out of here. Shout out to Peyton Manning. It's like,